So I've had my website for many years, but it's only during the last year with the explosion in my social media content that it's really kicked off. So by showing people the video footage of the yellow box enforcement combined with the explanations in short form videos, it's just really helped people to understand and shine a spotlight on some of the unethical enforcement taking place.
Talking about unethical enforcement, we're here in Walthamstow. There's a notorious yellow box junction behind us. What's wrong with this box, Sam?
So I did a video showing that this box is 50% bigger than it needs to be, because a yellow box should only be big enough to prevent the obstruction of a cross movement. Some years ago, Waltham Forest Council extended it to cover the left turn movement behind me, and vehicles in that area are not actually causing any obstruction or traffic problem or contributing to congestion. And so the enforcement of it doesn't serve any traffic purpose. It is only to raise revenue. And particularly here, buses are turning left, and they're obviously extremely large vehicles. And for this junction in particular, they can't actually see around the corner before they turn. They have to stop before the box. And when they stop before the box, they stop on a crossing as well. So there's such a multitude of issues here and problems that the council have caused by their poor design of the box. The Waltham Forest's response to that is that it is legal. They haven't tried to justify it, they've just said it's legal. So that shows that we really do need a change in the law. And one of the main things I'm asking for is for the law to specifically state that a yellow box cannot be bigger than necessary to prevent the obstruction of cross movements. And that would mean that every authority in the country would have to review all of their boxes at a stroke, which is obviously far more efficient than someone like me trying to campaign against 100 authorities and thousands of yellow boxes. Just a couple of years ago, the government gave powers to authorities outside London, because prior to that it was only in London, in Wales, that enforcement took place. And now the rest of England has got the powers, and that's really made the problem a lot bigger. In my opinion, the government should have learnt the lessons of London and made changes to the legislation and the law before they rolled it out, but now they have essentially opened the can of worms across the country. The previous government had indicated their intention to introduce new design guidance for yellow boxes, which would have gone some way to help the problem. However, that hasn't happened under the new government, and my attempts to speak to the Department for Transport to highlight the issue have come up against a brick wall. Their response is consistently that this is not a matter for them, this is a matter for the individual authorities. But as I've explained, it is only the Department for Transport that can change the law.